Chill. Y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy Swodapoet.
It's the world's #1 ranked rage baiter, Soheem the Womanizer. And this is the Table Flippers episode 2. Let's get into this shit.
Hey, man. And y'all know we coming with the popping segments, and everybody loves this one. And we starting it off strong with on or off the fucking table.
On or off the table.
Man, coming in at #1, Charlie Kirk's death. On or off the table?
I'll let you get on that one first.
Well, say it's on the table. It was...
Wait, celebrating his death. Black people celebrating his death.
Let's specify it.
Yeah, because that's...
It's black people celebrating Charlie Kirk's death on or off the table. That shit on the table, nigga. Yeah. It is what it is. Like, it's unfortunately, but you know it's a famous saying, if you live by the gun, you die by the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you also says too, you don't really stand for something if you're not willing to die for it. And although I do not necessarily agree with his takes and the way he perceived and, you know, put down black women, he stood on what he believed by, and as a man, I respect that. Now, it's on the table because, to be honest, it really don't got shit to do with us. They always trying to pull us in and make us an ally and help them. Why? We the only race that...
Who is they?
They, as in the masses, the white man.
Okay.
We the only race left that haven't gotten our reparations.
Yep.
They giving people money to come move and open businesses. We can't even go get a $10,000 loan to do anything. You gotta really work twice as hard. You know, that's the old saying.
Yeah.
But Jews got their reparations. Shit. Asian got a hate crime bill for them. Niggas got hated for 30 days.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
We talking about 400 years.
Yeah. I mean,
like why, like what? And then it was one of your peers that took you out. When in the one common denominator in mass shootings is that it's never a nigga.
Never. I mean, my shit with it is that it's on the table to celebrate his death, but at the same time, I personally think that it's off the table because we didn't get nothing for it. That's my deal. What the fuck are we celebrating for? We still ain't got no hate crime bill. We still ain't got no reparations. We have not moved forward as a culture in any type of way at all since this man was unalived. And that's my point with it. Niggas is throwing barbecues and doing a fucking electric slide and shit. And we haven't moved forward at all. And so my thing is that is the problem with the black community. We are so emotional. We base everything off emotion. And I feel like although there is a significant amount of oppression that we all know is relevant and we feel the effects of on a daily basis, at the same time, when we do get in positions to speak to council members or speak to a president, I give you a perfect example. I'm gonna call her a bitch because I fucking hate this bitch, Jasmine Crockett. I fucking hate Jasmine Crockett because she sells herself as this overly ghetto, long weave, big eyelash wearing black woman, which she's forcing that aesthetic because she didn't even come from a ghetto quote unquote background. And so she's intentionally trying to force this aesthetic to give the masses, to give peoples of other culture. She's fitting right into the stereotype. Nah, y'all ain't. No, all the finger snapping in the head. Like, so I use her as an example and say, like, it was a clip the other day. I don't know if you saw it where I'm not sure if she was asking Trump a question like in the press. I'm not sure if it was, but they asked him about her. And all I'm trying to say is like when these people, the Jasmine Crockett's, whoever these so-called black leaders are, when they get an opportunity to ask people like the president questions, to actually ask him, what is your plan for Black America? You know what I'm saying? Those are the times where you ask the real questions. It's just like when Trump did the when he came on the show, it was when he was still campaigning, and he came and he sat down with the 3 black women. You remember that?
Yeah.
And he pretty much got up and he was like, you're rude, basically, and he bounced. That's the shit that I'm talking about. That's the opportunity when you have the president of the United States taking his time to sit down with you in front of a crowd of people and answer questions about your community. Y'all want to sit up here and talk about, they spent their whole entire time basically attacking them low key. Oh, well, what about when you said this? What about, it was no progression. All they did was piss them off and make them leave. So I take that back to my original point that we are too emotional. Instead of asking the right questions, we want to come from an emotionally charged standpoint, from a place of we gotta tell you off so we can go viral on the Shade Room. Motherfuckers is clip farming. It's clickbait. And that's why we don't move forward, in my opinion, and that's why you have somebody like a Charlie Kirk. I myself personally on Charlie Kirk, he said some objective things about the black community and some objective things specifically about black women that I saw. I also don't like that he was one that pushed the narrative of he was one of the one of the number one white stereotypes is that we don't have, if you black, you ain't got no fucking father.
Right.
And that's not true, bro. Mm-hmm. Every single black person you see is not fatherless. Now there is a great majority of black of black individuals, black American individuals that are fatherless, but it's just as many fatherless white children as they are black children. We talked about that before in the past. Mm-hmm. There's just as many white deadbeats as they are black deadbeats. So like, I didn't like that he like reinforced those stereotypes, because when he would get into his debates, and I didn't, just for the sake of the show, I didn't know shit about this dude until he died.
Yeah, I was familiar with him based off of, because he went to colleges and he did like those liberal debates with people like that. So I would see him going viral, and he was, a lot of people consider him that he died a martyr. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and my thing is, experiences shape perception. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I don't think you reserve the right to speak on shit that you can't relate to. So therefore, there could be an instance where people could argue, right message, wrong messenger. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're speaking on something that you never lived, never could even fathom. So therefore, you got to tone it down a bit. If you're genuinely trying to get across to people, like, I don't give a fuck what people say. You could be blunt all you want, but if you're genuinely trying to reach an audience, reach a person, it's like being a fucking coach. Mm-hmm. As a coach, you got to know your players. Mm-hmm. Some players, you could be like, what the fuck are you doing? Tighten the fuck up. Grow a pair. And then you got another pair where you got to walk down to the end of the end zone and be like, what's going on, son? Mm-hmm. I need you right now. Mm-hmm. You got to know your audience and who you're trying to reach to. And trying to reach the black people, that's never going to be conducive. Now, you're right. It's a whole lot of more work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, if we as black people are so excited and I don't want to say emphatic about that happening,
no, they were excited.
Now is the time more than ever to really band together, start pushing a different narrative, and get ourselves off the bottom of this totem pole. But you feel me? Like, for me, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, for me, it's not more so like first and foremost, I never wish death on any man, no matter if I hate him or not.
Right.
That's just not righteous. You feel me? No matter who you pray to. But like I said, at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. In the life that you leave, there are consequences to actions, unfortunately, and we all know them. I've had to pay consequences to some of my actions. I'm sure you've had to too. So that's all that I'm saying. So I can't feel bad for that. You feel me? I just can't feel bad for that. It's unfortunate that people had to see that and that he had to go out that way. But that is the way of the world. And it's honestly, people need to wake up and understand, like, this is the world that we're living in. It's literally a war brewing right under us. If you don't know it, we've actually, you know what I'm saying? A civil war is upon us.
I don't think there's anything that he said. This is my position on that. I don't think there's anything that he said that should have caused him to get killed. And the reason I say that is because of this. By no way, shape, form, or fashion am I caping for Charlie Kirk. Again, I didn't even know the nigga's content. I didn't know the man's content. I didn't know what he stood on. I had to go and brush up on who he was after the incident took place. And then I started to do my own research, my own homework, which a lot of black people don't do. A lot of people, period, don't do it. They don't do. Go watch his content before you give an opinion on it. And I did. And the man basically, for the most part, he was very anti-abortion, which I am as well. Because if a lot of people don't know, abortion was started by a woman named Margaret Singer, to my understanding. And abortion was originally intended for black women to abort to have an easy way to get rid of their children. Basically a form of population control.
Well, I believe in abortion because some motherfuckers don't need to be having kids.
I don't.
You just repeating the cycle. You just bringing kids into poverty. Like, no, you shouldn't. You should not. If it takes two to make a child, then it should take two to raise a child. And if people are going into situations knowing that their partners are unfit, you are doing that child a disservice. Someone who didn't ask to be here.
But this is a perfect example. Somebody that's a great point. And Charlie Kirk, he had that same exact debate with somebody else. They had that same point, and I agree 100% with his reply. You know what his reply was? So if you have a child, you should be able to get if you have a child and you're not financially established enough to raise a child, and you know that, it should be perfectly fine to get an abortion, aka unalive a fetus, a baby, a child, because you're not financially stable. So
a child is human form.
Wait. We're
talking about something that's still an egg?
No, hold up real quick. Hold up. If that's the case, regardless of whatever form it is, we'll just, whatever form. Yeah. Because his question always was, at what point is a human life worth protecting? At what point, at what age, what stage of the life is it worth protecting? That was his main argument. His second argument, to go back to the financial thing. So if I have a child or I get pregnant on accident, whatever, with a child, if a woman gets pregnant on accident with a child, she's not financially established, she should get an abortion because she doesn't have the money to take care of it. Okay, so does that mean if you have a 2-year-old and you lose your job and you don't know where you're going to get money from, do you kill your 2-year-old? Because you can't take care of it no more?
I don't believe that's the same instance, because at the end of the day, that baby is now here and breathing. Your choice was made. Now, before that baby takes breath into the real world, you have that decision. And to me, at the end of the day, you're going to end up harming that baby, could end up killing that baby if you're bringing them into unfortunate circumstances. It's not just financial, it's about mental.
But that's where
it's about emotional. And then financial is a big part, because all we're doing is what? If we keep letting, especially black women, raise children by themselves, all we're continuing to do is perpetuate the welfare stereotype.
My question is,
so they can keep us on Section 8? Keep us on food stamps?
Why are black women raising children by themselves?
It's a combination of a lot. You could argue it's the work that they've done to infiltrate and dismantle the black family. When you take away the black man from the household and you tell the woman that you can support her through government assistance, you break them and you beat them down over time,
But what if the government don't got nothing? But what okay, my point that I'm trying to make is this. The government has a hand, we know this, in the black nuclear family. Right? So if we stay on that point, that's only if a woman is applying for Section 8, WIC, EBT, any type of government assistance. If a woman is applying for one of those things and it said, okay, you can't have a man in the home like we know traditionally has happened, and the man gets removed from the home, that's different. But what if she ain't applying for nothing and she just chose to lay down and have sex with a dude that was some bullshit, that all the signs of him being a fucking deadbeat was there when they went on their first date, and she still, for whatever dumbass reasons, because she has bad decision making skills, she still chose to have sex with that man, condom, without a condom, the condom broke, I don't give a fuck. Y'all, anytime, we've been told this since we was kids, at least I have. Anytime you lay down and have sex with a woman, there's a strong possibility a baby can come out of that. I don't give a fuck if you did use protection. So anytime you have sex, unprotected or protected, there is a possibility that a child can come. So all I'm saying is how do those women, why should there be any compassion for a grown woman? Now, if it's a sexual assault, let me just say this for the record. The only time I do advocate for abortion is if it's a sexual assault. If it was like a situation where the woman got pregnant against her will, in that case, that's a very specific, special situation that happens more than we would like it to. But other than that, the bottom line, and I'll just get my wrap up on it, you can give yours, and we can move on, is I was with a lot of the shit that Charlie Kirk said. I fucked with it. I was with no abortions. I think that a human life is worth protecting as soon as a woman finds out she's pregnant, as soon as the conception happened, as soon as the fetus is created between the sperm and the egg, at that point, that life is worthy of being protected. That's my take on that. And as far as black people celebrating Charlie Kirk, I just think that is why we continue to work behind the 8 ball, is because we are too busy putting our energy into things that still don't change our community.
And I respect that. You feel me? And I'm gonna wrap this topic up too. For me, like, my point is that when a woman lays down and decides to give birth, bro, they're on the brink of death. Like, a lot, you know how many women die bearing children? Like, literally.
Yeah, it's one of the.
So it's a life or death decision. And then two, you have postpartum. So, and then two, my fear is that when you start bringing kids into this world that are not wanted, you get degenerates. Mm-hmm. And then you get resentment from the parents. Why are you okay, fuck it. We make everybody have babies. Now you got more kids out here that's having to raise themselves because they're not loved. They're not getting the attention that they need. So there are repercussions to just making people have babies.
I get that.
You feel me? Like, and I respect that. I feel that if you have a solid foundation, you're mentally, emotionally, and most importantly, financially ready or financially willing to take on that, by all means, definitely. Child, that's the greatest gift God can give you. You feel me? But on the same token, you gotta just be wise. So I respect that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, nigga, you're fucking crazy. I respect it. You know, but on the same token, I just don't feel like, and this niggas might call me pandering or a simp, but like, I'm not gonna really dictate what anybody, woman, man, he, she, they, them, want to do with their body. That's your side on. That's on you. You feel me? Like, and you have to live with those issues at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, while we wrap this up, always just, in my opinion, do what works best for you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. That's fair. Now, moving to point number 2 on or off the table is interracial relationships. On or off the table. In the words of Dr. Umar, no swirling.
Oh man, is it on or off the table? I would say that it is on. I'm gonna give my wife unless you want to leave you.
See, like I be having to check myself on this because I am very much pro-black, and I feel like that everyone should procreate with each other. You know, white people should procreate with white people, Indians,
stick to your
Asians,
race.
Asians. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That doesn't make you racist or prejudiced. That's just preserving your lineage. Now, where I find myself contradicting myself is that I got a few white homeboys that date black women.
I hate that. I hate that shit.
I hate it in the overall sense.
I hate that shit.
But for this one, I'm okay with it. And I be like, that kind of makes me flaw. You feel me? Because it's like I'm picking and choosing. Mm-hmm. And if I'm a pick and choose, then that means I'm technically okay with it. But it's like at the core, I'm really not. Mm-hmm. That's why this one fucks me up. I think it's on the corner of the table, on the edge, like spilling off like juice when you knock the cup over. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel me? Like, that's just my point about it. So it's like, I'm really trying to like figure out, do I really care? Mm-hmm. Or is it just some shit I just don't like because I feel like she shouldn't be, or I'm hating. Maybe I am hating. Fuck it, I be hating sometimes. Fuck niggas. Mm-hmm. I don't like to see a white man with a beautiful black woman. He taking it away from us. Yeah. But if I know that white man and I know he cool, you feel me? I might not be that mad.
My problem with that, and that's a good point about black women being with white men. And this is gonna sound extremely contradictory, but it's our fucking show, so who gives a fuck, right?
Hey, I was just real. You feel me? Like,
I mean, I'm a hypocrite when it comes to this because I'm okay with black men dating white women interracially, but I'm not with black women dating white men.
So they about to cook you.
I'm not. That's
crazy.
I'm not. Let me expand a little bit.
Please do.
So when I feel like black men date white women out of, there is this deep rooted. A lot of people on social media try to attach it to self-hate, which I don't like. Oh my God, a black man's dating a white woman. He hates himself. He just hates his black skin. That's a reach. To me, that's a reach. And the reason it's a reach is because in school, depending on what type of school you went to. So I went to a high school. I went to several different high schools because I had a tumultuous life. But I went to a high school that was mixed. It was literally mixed. When I stayed with my pops, he lived in a well-off neighborhood.
Yeah, my high school was like 45% black. It was like 25% white. Then the rest was like everything else.
Yeah. See, ours was like 60 white.
Damn.
And then like maybe like 30 black, and then everything else, and then the other 20% was like, or the other 10% was Hispanic, whatever. So we went to school with a lot of white girls. And so it was a lot of black dudes that only talked to white girls. A lot of niggas that I played football with only talked to white girls, just naturally. Because if I go to school with a bunch of white girls, and these white girls are attracted to my black ass, then hey, I might end up fucking with a white girl. So it's not, and what I always noticed was that the preference of white over a black girl, it was always white first, because it's almost like, and I don't speak for all black men, but it's almost like, as a black man, you know you can fuck a black woman. You know you can. It's like, nigga, that's probably the primary race, like myself personally. The majority of women, the majority of the ethnicity of women that I've had sex with were black. I don't know if you can say the same. If your story might be different, but as a black American man, the majority of women, and I done had a lot of sex. We talked about this. I done had a lot of sex. I would say 90% of the ethnicity of women were black. So the white girls, the handful of white girls that I did have sex with, I remember it a little bit better because I think as a black man, having sex with a white woman is more of an experience. Because it's not something, you almost feel like you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. You almost feel like, I don't know, when I have sex with a white woman, I feel like I'm back on that plantation. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm back on that goddamn plantation, man.
Like, you stressing me out.
Listen, I feel like I got to go and shell some peas after I get done.
Let me so look, my argument is that in anything interracial, it has underlying fetishism in it.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so therefore, it can't be an authentic love if it's a fetish.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You feel me? So that's where it gets down to. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I always, like, growing up, we always thought that, I thought a black man, it's predicated that a black man would go for a white woman because they're more submissive and they're listening. They're actually easier.
Yeah. Oh,
it's technically easier to fuck a white woman as a black dude that has some motion than it is to a sister, because you know a sister has standards, boundaries. You got to work for it a little bit more than you would have to do for little Sarah that's well off and just trying to, you feel me? Sarah fuck you, your friend, your op, in it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. And it's just for me, like at the end of the day, it's like my uncle married a white woman. And she was great up until they actually got married. You feel me? Like, she helped get me a tutor and all of that. But then my grandmother passed away. And when that money got divided, and now she's married legally and my grandmother left my uncle the money to disperse amongst the family.
Oh.
When you talk about infiltration, and my thing is that at the end of the day, they cannot deny their biological makeup. They will always be who they are. And at the end of the day,
which is what?
If you want to call them takers or whatever, slave masters, that's where I'm going. Like, they can't deny that. And if they have to choose between,
they pillage, they rape, they steal, they destroy,
if they have to choose between you or them, they will choose them, and then they'll whoop you in, and it's like it's either you or me.
A lot of people don't get that. That is the overall nature of white people. They were cave dwellers. That is scientifically proven. And what's so funny is that, you know, they always try to compare black people to monkeys, but it's like what Paul Mooney said, rest in peace. Take a good look at a monkey. Take a good look at a white person. You see how thin a fucking monkey's lips is? Look at our lips. Pause. And look at our lips though, and look at a monkey's lips. Them motherfuckers is paper thin. Look at a white person's lip. Monkeys don't have nappy hair. How many monkeys you seen with nappy hair? They hair be, you could put a comb right through that shit. Black people don't got hair like that. So I'm just saying, like, these little stereotypes, we gotta debunk those as well. But the point that I was about to make, you made a super heavy point when you were saying about the fetishism thing. I think every single black man that's with a white woman, or every single white man that's with a black woman, if you notice, they always be with those black women that have like the septum rings. They always be like them little, I don't want to call them weird, but they always normally
the artsy, the earthy,
like
spiritual beings.
The natural hair, septum ring motherfuckers. But see, this is the thing. White men love that because they want black women to be, oh my gosh, I love your nappy hair. Like, it's a fetish. Like, that if they get them a white woman, a black woman with a straight weave, that take away from the experience. I want to experience what it feels like to be with a stereotypical black woman. Why? Because it's a fetish. I want to see how nappy your goddamn head is. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with if a black man is with a white woman. Nigga, you cannot tell me as a black man when you stick your goddamn little ass dick in a white woman that you don't think about the plantation. You don't think about the slave days. You don't think about your ancestors. You feel like you're getting a little bit of your power back. That's what it is. You feel like in your own selfish little fucking egotistical way that by you being a black man and you fucking on this white woman, that you are somehow righting the wrongs of American history. And you not. That's my thing on it. You really not. And the thing about it is, I think it is fucked up that we give so much as black men. We give so much power to white women. White women should not have enough power to the point to where we feel like if we get an opportunity or a chance to fuck a white woman that we've made it in life. That's a sign that you made it. That's why these niggas in the league, that's been a talk for decades about how black men, athletes get with a white girl. That's because guess what? When you a nigga out of the hood and you get drafted to the NBA or the NFL, what they say? You made it, right? So what has to go along with you making it? I gotta go get me a bunny. I gotta go get a bunny.
And niggas gotta understand
that represents making it.
When you get these high-ranking D1 players that go to like these
they
Alabama,
be having a bunny before they even go to
the
college.
only niggas at that university are on the football team.
Yes,
and you got probably like 100 more.
Proximity.
You feel me?
Proximity.
Like, so if they didn't have a black woman and there wasn't nobody in their ear to like push that. They're a product now they're now a new product of their new environment.
Proximity.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you date what you're around.
You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate,
but the
like,
argument from a black woman would be, so you mean to tell me he couldn't have found a black woman in there? So that's fair. The argument.
He could have found one. I would have found me one. Look, Devontae Smith found one. Like Rock found one. Like
they
there, and there are some beautiful black women at these PWI.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not as many. Of course, when you go to a PWI, that's 50,000.
Isn't it interesting how just convenient it is to be with a white woman? That's a conversation for another day, though, right?
Come on,
but
bro.
It's just made real. It's like fast food. Like, yeah, I could go sit down and wait for 30 minutes, or I could just get my food in 5-10 minutes.
Nigga scored a touchdown in the Iron Bowl, Auburn versus Amber. The game winning touchdown. That nigga gonna have 10 snow bunnies in his dorm by the time he even get to wash his girdle, nigga.
Right, it's like, so it's my thing is I'm not the rap on that one is I'm not with black women being with white men, because I just know the things that white men used to do to black women against their will. Mm-hmm. So to willingly give that up, knowing what the nature of this individual's people, what he did to your people, and you gonna voluntarily give some ass up, knowing what these people used to do, it just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. And I would call you a hypocrite, but you called yourself a hypocrite.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah. I don't need the comments to do it. I don't need the comments to do it. All right. I don't need to comment. I don't want juice on my ass to my man, but the comment.
And this is my last point too. Why I'ma always choose the sisters too, because at the end of the day, these white women are trying to get their silhouette to match that of a black woman. That's why BBLs are popular, because the physique that they're going for is the black woman. The black woman will always be the standard. Now moving forward, is it on or off the table for an expensive dinner date on your first date?
You can pop that one off.
For me personally, it's an old saying, old as time. I might got some peas out there that feel this, but it ain't tricking if you got it.
Uh-oh.
Now, granted, I think that's bullshit.
Most certainly.
Because if you got it, the goal is to keep it. And tricking it just to win a woman's attention or time, that's not an authentic love. Now, at the end of the day, some dates are going to be more costly than other, but it's like, cool, if you have, let's say, a $300 budget, you could do a day worth of activity with $300 instead of just going to
one spot and
a spot and trying to get to know somebody while they trying to cut steak in between that you know they ordered well done. you heard. But my thing is though, like, bro, like, I think I don't really like just dinner dates on our first date because I don't know you. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's just like awkward. I feel like we're gonna definitely, I'm a big nigga, bro. Food gonna always be included. So, bitch, don't try to play me thinking we not gonna eat, motherfucker. You see this stomach, man. But let's go do some things that like involve us. Like, let's go take a hike. Or maybe let's pack a little cooler or something, hit the trail, go take a little hike, bring some weed, bring a bottle, we can sit up here. You know what I'm saying? And on that hike, we're talking and I'm really getting to learn you. You don't have to spend a lot of money for a woman to like you. If you have to spend a lot of woman for money to like you, brother, she doesn't like you. And that's just as plain and simple. She likes your money. She likes what you can do for her. And that's what a lot of niggas got to learn the difference on. I don't give a fuck how much money you had. And then two, I definitely don't understand niggas that go and spend a lot of money when bitches didn't fuck with you when you didn't have money. Mm-hmm. So why do you you think you're popping now? Like you just look better now? Mm-hmm. No, your money makes you look better. Yeah, it's the green, bro, and it's just like
money can't unlame a lame though. Yeah. I always try to tell niggas that.
Now but I understand too that there are different tax brackets. So people do live in certain tax brackets, do certain things differently.
Yeah, I mean it's a matter of resources. Money. It's off the table for me. We talked a little bit about my background and just the way I was brought up
for sure.
Yeah, but it's off the table from the standpoint of this. You don't have to be a pimp. You don't have to have a pimping background like myself to have a mentality of like a purse first, ass last type of mentality. And it's off the table just simply for me. I'm about to give some real heavy game right now.
Y'all niggas better listen, man. Look, this is a retired.
I'm a retired person that.
I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. My accolades is there. Y'all don't want no goddamn Ricos.
This is not present.
Yeah, I don't want no goddamn Ricos or nothing like that. Niggas be, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this. Heavy game right here. You don't do a dinner date for the first date. You don't do an expensive. The question was expensive dinner date, and that makes a difference. Because if you go to Olive Garden and spend $50, it's $50, nigga. But I just say don't do dinner, period. You really should not be going on before you go on a date, you do what I like to call, or what's been called as a buffer date. Now, what a buffer date is, it's a date before the date, okay? A buffer date is normally a date where you're not spending no more than $20. $20, that's all you get, baby, $20. That could be, so a buffer date, perfect example, and I want niggas to take their phone, they notepads, they pencil and paper, sticky notes, something, write it down. A buffer date is something like, we meet up, we talk, meet me at Smoothie King. We about to go sit down and get a smoothie. Smoothie, why what? By $10 for a 32 ounce? Mm-hmm. 32 ounce for a smoothie? Mm-hmm. So if I get a smoothie, you get a smoothie, $22 after tax. Bam. We still get to see each other. We still get to feel each other's vibe. We still get to talk. We still are in a setting because most Smoothie Kings are not big places. Most Smoothie Kings are small. There ain't no big ass places. So it's still kind of small. We can get intimate and get close. You know what I'm saying? So the purpose of that is if nothing transpires, if the energy is not there, if the vibe is not there, if she's not laughing hard enough at your jokes, if she's not, because I say that to say if a woman, bro, I done seen it 1,000 times and I've not seen it 1,000 times. I am the womanizer officially, but I done had both sides. I never try to make it seem like every single woman that I went out on a date with, I smashed. That is absolutely not true at all. What I will say.
That's my boy.
Oh, okay. What I will say is that. What I will say, every single woman that I've gone on a date with, I was able to tell from the first date whether she was interested or not. Mm-hmm. And that's what it really comes down to. So you don't want to spend $200 or $100 just to find out that a woman wasn't interested in you. And so that's what you prevent when you don't go on dates like that. Even $75. I mean, break it down. You go to Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, you know, some of these mid-level average restaurants, chain restaurants, Maggiano's, Longhorn, any of this shit. If you order 2 entrees and 2 appetizers gonna run you about 20 something. Two entrees gonna run you about 25 a piece. So now you at what? You at about $75. Once you start ordering a drink or two, hey, what the most honorable Kevin Samuels said, you take a woman on a date, you get 1 drink. Rest in peace to the honorable Kevin Samuels. You get 1 drink. And I'm with him on that.
And ladies, fair game. Hold on, I just want to infiltrate real quick too. And if a nigga is trying to get you to get more than like a couple drinks, he's plotting on you too. Like you gotta put the dangers on it. He's trying to get you loosened up.
Yeah, but see,
so be in control of yourself if you get in more than 1 drink, because the nigga could have ulterior motives.
But there's nothing wrong with him it's nothing wrong with him loosening you up if there is a opportunity, a window of opportunity that he sees that you're actually interested in him. Because sometimes alcohol is what is sometimes needed for a woman to give in to what she's already feeling. Now that's the key. She has to be feeling it already, and then the alcohol just makes her a little bit more come out of her comfort zone a little bit more and kind of open up, just kind of relax a little bit more. Now, if she's just sitting there getting drink after drink after drink and she has absolutely zero fucking interest in you at all, that's on you to pick up on. Cause some women will sit up here and will run the bar tab up to the ceiling, nigga, and go right home. The bitch gonna start yawning. You gonna drink, she gonna get 5-6 shots of double shots of Casamigos. They don't drink Casamigos no more, I guess. But 5-6 double shots of Don Julio, where the fuck these motherfuckers. And don't try to be a real big boy shot caller. They gonna be trying to have you ordering 1942 and you know what I'm saying? So my thing is just be very mindful of, you as a man have to be able to gauge interest level. That's what this conversation comes down to. You have to be able to gauge how interested a woman is into you. Because to go back to your point, a woman that is really, really, really into you, she is cool. I hate when everybody say a picnic. That's like the default, cheap, free. If she really likes you, she'll go on a picnic. A picnic is cool, but it ain't gotta be a picnic.
You know.
And this is game to the younger guys who still learn. It ain't gotta be a picnic, but it can be, like you said, like a hike. Me, this is my thing. Some people say don't do it, but I'm a person, I love going to the gym. Take her on a gym date. If you like to work out and you want, a gym don't cost no money if you got a membership. Most memberships allows you to bring a guest for free. So y'all get to talk, work out, challenge each other. The point that I'm making is women help you when they like you. You don't have to do a lot. It's not a lot that you have to do. So expensive dates for the first date is completely off the table. I would not recommend it under any fucking circumstances, because even if you have the money, and it's not about money, it still does not benefit you in the long run if she genuinely does not have interest.
Or even on the retrospect, fuck if she have interest, you done spent all this money and you realize she not what you thought she was.
There you are, yup.
You feel me?
And And that's a great point. I want to hit on that. Dates are that's a perfect point. That's a pimping shit right there. That's see you refreshing me right now.
You feel me? Because we gotta put ourselves first too.
That is absolutely true. What a lot of guys gotta understand is we spend as men too much time on dates trying to determine if the woman likes us and trying to check off all of her boxes, when really we need to have it need to be the opposite. Bitch, are you checking off all my boxes? Are you someone that I want to go on another date with? See, we get programmed by movies and Hollywood and music and social media and all these different forms of programming that the guy has to win the woman over. We gotta bend over backwards and turn sideways and do all this other kind of shit to impress her, to get her to like us, to get her to determine us as worthy to be a man that she wants to date or have sex with or be in a relationship with. It's all about flipping the mindset. Yes, I'd like to be the man that you are attracted to, that you want to be with, but at the same time, you auditioning for me. This is an audition that you're auditioning for me. I'm trying to determine, and again, to close out what I'm saying, that's why you go on a buffer date. Because it's also to see, you might be a motherfucker that's sitting here talking about where the rich niggas at the whole time we on a date. And how many rich niggas? I don't want to deal with no bitch that's like that's it's just certain little things. I put one more thing. When you see a woman with a BBL, or you see a woman with fake titties, or an expensive wig on, and we don't know how much a wig costs, but I'm just saying, a woman that's just put together like how your run-of-the-mill stereotypical IG model would look, right? You better understand and best believe that there's going to be some money that she's going to require you to spend to keep her looking like that. Because she's invested thousands and thousands of dollars into herself, or even if another nigga spent it, they've invested money, and so now she has to recoup that money back out of somebody. That makes sense? She has to recoup that money back out of somebody. So if you see a woman that got all that done, that should tell you she's had a lot of money invested in her, whether it was on her dime or somebody else's, and you about to be the motherfucker that has to maintain that.
And I'm telling you, and
some niggas might be okay with that.
And those are the ones that they require more out of you than a woman that's in like a traditional 9-to-5, no BBL, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really them type women. Like stereotypes are real. You feel me? And at least in Atlanta, they're 100% more real.
Oh yeah.
You feel me? Like I could just look and be like, yeah, bitch, you're expensive. You're expensive.
Yeah.
And that's
no. They fake expensive. Because a lot of them bitches be broke.
Yeah, but you're gonna be expensive for me.
Exactly. That's the key.
That's what I mean.
You're one of them. You one of them motherfuckers that's going to expect me to fund your lifestyle because you look like that. That's. So they fake expensive. Yeah. So stay away from fake expensive bitches and don't do dinner dates on the first date.
That's it. Now, moving into our final point on or off the table. Ooh, this is a good one. I know exactly. Ooh, man. Is women getting pregnant by rapper/athletes on or off the table?
I'll say on, because I only say on because I've had mixed feelings about this for a long time. But I feel like if these fucking dumbass niggers, I'ma call them, these fucking dumbass niggers are dumb enough to sit up here, be worth $200-some million, $180 million contract. Ant Edward, 200-some million. I'm not picking him my ass for Ant Edward as my dog, but I'm just, he still is a
no,
late.
That was dumb as shit.
He still is an example.
Yeah, and I fuck with Ant.
$200 million nigga. These dudes be having life-changing money. if they are green, or it ain't even about being green. I imagine, I ain't never had $200 million before. Not yet. I will have it, but I ain't had it yet. But I imagine when you have 150 million, 200 million, when you touching paper like that, you might kind of stop giving a fuck a little bit about shit. You might, the I don't give a fuckness might increase significantly when you playing with that kind of breed.
Especially at the age that they are too.
This nigga's like 22, 23 years old. That makes a huge factor too. So not only are you worth $200-some million, you also under 25 years old. And also, by the way, came from a background where you grew up in poverty, damn near pretty much.
And like I'm gonna use a nigga like Jalen Green as example, bro.
Jalen Green. Oh yeah, from the Rockets.
And
he don't play for the Rockets now, but
who he go with? Drea?
Yeah,
like Drea, right?
A woman that's twice his age. Who was a career baby mama? One of the OG career baby mamas.
All this nigga did was
set the blueprint for that shit.
All this nigga did was grow up, get some money, and marry the bitch that he had a crush on when he was a kid.
Married.
Well, whatever.
They just got a child.
Yeah, you know, and had a child with a woman he had a crush on as a kid. That's all they're doing.
Anomalies.
They're just growing up and be like, damn, I used to watch this bitch when I was 14.
That's how I feel where it happened with Russell Wilson and Sierra. He was a little nerd in college, in high school. He used to see Sierra. Oh, Sierra. Damn. Niggas be falling in love with R&B motherfuckers.
Russell Wilson was actually a little bit of a bully in high school, so I hear from his peers in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, I can believe
you
that.
know, his grandfather actually is founded. I don't know if he didn't found Norfolk, but he was once the president of Norfolk State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. So he do got some. Even though we call him like, you know, the Sperry's black. Like, even though he might be like the Sperry's black, but he still got some shit at his core. But
Sperry used to be hard while you bullshit. I ain't never have none.
Cause you gotta think about it, bro. For him to go and really make to give Future his son, Future Jr. his last name and
that's
all.
wild.
You gotta be some type of gangster.
That's a topic for another day.
You gotta have some type of gangsterism in you.
Yeah.
You feel me? He clearly ain't no hoe. He just wanted them refined, dapper suit niggas. Like, he act like this, but it gotta have it in his core because he be going hard on some shit.
Being a baby mama is a business now.
Oh, for sure.
It's a business.
It's generational wealth for them.
It is a business. And it pisses me off, and I don't like it. I hate it. I despise it. I spit on that shit when I really think about it. But on the other end of it, I respect the hustle side of it. Because what I was originally saying, if these niggas, I don't know if it's a matter of being dumb, if it's a matter of being naive, if it's a matter of not giving a fuck, if it's a combination thereof of all, I think it may be a combination of naivety, being young, being rich, carelessness, not being self-aware, just using women for what they are sometimes, which a lot of women are fucking sex objects. They are. And I know that may sound, that might be a bite right there, but it is what it is. A lot of women are fucking sex objects. A lot of women have nothing to fucking offer besides laying down and busting it down. That's what most women are good for. The majority. Now there is a majority, a secondary majority that are outstanding, intelligent, business-driven, responsible. I ain't gonna say accountable because black women and accountability don't exist. But they do have a lot of great traits and characteristics that could be built on. But let's just keep it real. I'll say this, most modern black women, the majority of them, their whole entire life, their whole entire way to generate money is based off sex. They're strippers, sex workers. They sell a little pussy on the side. OnlyFans. There's something involving sex. There's something revolving around sex that, and that's how they pay their bills. Whether they got a little sugar daddy, a couple little trick regulars, whatever that they when they used to be a hoe, they still got a couple 2 or 3 niggas that they can text to send them a little $40, $200 here and there. It's still revolving around sex. Them niggas wouldn't have sent that if they never smashed. Now some women got game so good they got niggas sending them money and the nigga never fucked. I seen that with my own eyes. Motherfucker be like, yeah, he be sending me a little something like that. I just give him, man, you know how cold it is. Women can literally, this how easy women got it. And I'm not hating. That's on the big man upstairs. He made it like that. But women have it so easy that they can get their bills paid just by giving a nigga the illusion that he can fuck. Is that not crazy? The nigga didn't even fuck. He just got the illusion that he might be able to fuck. She just strings him along and dangles the carrot, and every time he think he about to bite, she just pull that motherfucker back a little bit more, give me some, and dang it a little bit more. Like, women have it made as far as being able to use their God-given attributes to get men who are extremely highly valuable. When we start talking about rappers, look at somebody like a Joey Chavez or Joey Chavez.
Then that's it. I think that's the name.
Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Joey Chavez, the motherfucker that be dancing.
Yeah.
First baby with a rapper, Bow Wow.
Oh, you talking about that family tree?
I don't even know the tree. I saw it, but I'm not even breaking the tree down. I'm just breaking down her baby daddy.
Yeah, she got 3 of them motherfuckers.
Bow Wow, first child, rapper. Okay, you had a child with a rapper. It happens. You know, a nigga might have tried to get at you in the club, award show, whatever, it happens. Okay, maybe we can't call you a serial fucking baby mama. Second child, Future, another rapper. Okay, we see where this going. Oh no, but that's not enough. She just had a third child with Trevon Diggs, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. So 2 rappers and a quarterback. So that's when it becomes serial. It became serial after the first one. So this is what I'm saying. These women literally, even the girl, even
Aunt BM.
Lil Baby. She had her first son is with Lil Baby. So it's either 2 rappers, a ball player, 2 ball players. It's all these little combinations. Drea, perfect example. Her other kid with a football player. Mm-hmm. I forgot the nigga name. He played for the Cowboys. So that's what I'm saying. Cardi B, perfect example. This bitch is pregnant again by a football player. It's like she's a mother of 4. She's a 33-year-old pregnant mother of 3. She's pregnant and already has 3 kids.
My thing is though, with Cardi, the only difference between her and the rest of these women though, is that she is a high percent earner on her fucking own. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like,
okay.
She didn't get the fame off of, well, I mean, you know, she did start in the strip club and shit like that, and you know, the love of hip hop, whatever. Mm-hmm. But we don't equate her rise to fame off of one nigga dick, no Diddy or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I give her now.
But
I'm not justifying what it is, and it's not the same line. But she's not on the level of Aisha Howard or Joey Chavez or any of that. You feel me?
But my only pushback on that is, yes, she has her own money, and that's an argument that a lot of people would make. But everybody knows football money. Which money is longer, rap money or football money?
You know, football, sports money in general.
What's longer, sports money or rap money? Sports money, right?
Absolutely.
So she had a child, three children with a nigga who, by the way, always fuck Offset. I'ma just say that. Nigga just goddamn.
Hey, his last album was decent though. I wanted to tell you that.
It was 30,000 copies in the first week, decent. Anyways, I'm just saying, I ain't make the number.
Hey, he said, I'll fuck with you, dog. You feel me? But y'all niggas gotta work that shit out.
Hey, man, it's over with. Get back with Quavo, and y'all niggas do a Michael Jackson skit. What you be? But anyway, nigga, she had a child with Stephon Diggs to secure that football money. See what I'm saying? That's that football money. Because rap money don't stretch as long as football money. So she still made a move to secure her fucking future on a business angle. These motherfuckers is, bro, we are in 2025, and I hate this timestamp shit, because people can watch this shit 5-10 years from now, and I hate to put timestamps on stuff, but we in 2025. If you don't want to get pregnant, you won't get pregnant. Bottom fucking line. And I'm not even talking about contraceptives, none of that shit. It's all kind of birth controls, Nuvarines, all kind of stuff that can go up in there that a woman can use to block pregnancy, spermicide. Nigga, it's all kind. So I'm just saying, when motherfuckers get pregnant, especially of that caliber, it's intentional. It's very intentional, and it's on purpose, and it's to secure. See, men don't understand, dude. Your fucking value is predicated on your children. Is essentially their assets. Children are being turned into assets. That is where we are. They are assets. It's the same thing as buying a stock, buying a car, buying a block of gold. Investing in it's an investment. So they have turned, that's why I say it's a business now, because they have turned children into assets. Children have officially become not only pawns, but they have literally become financial assets. I just seen, look at Brittany Renner, the little story that's been going on. PJ Washington, $50K a month. $50K a month.
Nah, 5K. It's 5K.
No, it was 50.
No, it's 5. He only owe her 5, and she's trying to take him to court to get 50. He only got to give her $5,500 a month. Like, he actually, this is a situation where he actually kind of is dodging a bullet.
But let's just stop like that. Only $5,500 a month? Only? I'm just saying, though. You see how you just do?
What if? Well, because niggas is paying. He just got a crazy contract. Niggas is paying like 20, 30, 40 bands a month.
I get it, but I get it. I get that side because
it is fucked up that we even gotta look. I get what you're saying, because it's fucked up that we even gotta say shit. You know, we just
because it's you say only 5,500 because of what it's being compared to, and I get that. But I'm just saying, as a grown man, imagine just every single fucking month, because you have something, you gonna get $5,000 for it every month, just like clockwork. These bitches are lazy. That's the bottom line. They are fucking lazy. It takes some niggas, all these niggas be on perks, drugs, especially these rapper niggas. And these niggas fuck the bitch for 10 minutes. And you got almost 20 years worth of fucking debt you about to incur, nigga. You can't, nigga, you perked up on all this shit. Nigga, your dick ain't gonna stay hard for longer than 10 minutes. I tried that shit before. I never want to do it again. Nigga, you can't even get right on all this shit. How you gonna try to have hot, steamy sex and you on lean, nigga? I'm just saying this shit don't add, and you on perk, you on all this shit. These niggas are J's, bro. So I know they ain't having these long, beautiful sexual episodes. These niggas sticking that shit in for 5-10 minutes, busting, and so what we doing, everybody? That's it. So I don't feel sorry for these niggas. I don't like these niggas. I don't respect these niggas. I give my respect more to the females now. They the smarter ones.
Yeah, the niggas gotta tighten up for sure.
They gotta tighten their fucking game up.
Like, to me, it's like, ew, bro. Y'all niggas get all this money to get the same hoes pregnant.
The same hoes too. It be the same
You
hoes.
literally like the world is your arsenal. Like
Niggas is literally alternating and revolving the same 10 bitches. Just okay, you got her, you got her pregnant.
And then maybe next year 2 new bitches might come out.
You know how fucking ghetto? Hold on,
You
real
might
quick.
get 2 new bitches on the scene, and now it's 12 instead of 10.
You know how fucking ghetto it gotta be to go to an NBA game and the nigga who on the other team, y'all share the same baby mama and y'all both got the same baby mama and y'all kids is brother and fucking sisters, nigga. Your baby mama coming to watch both of y'all play. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at with it. So fuck that shit. Nah, it's on the table. Cause these women is doing what they gotta do. They getting while the getting is good. I don't fuck with it. I hate that shit. I already said it. But I respect the hustle. I respect the game. All right, man. We on to our next segment. Flip the Table. Sponsored by Insecure.bet. DM anything y'all want to do for plays, picks, daily fantasy sports on MLB, NFL, NBA. All the picks. Insecure.bet. Just hit the link. All right, now for our next segment. It's called Flip the Table. Where we take narratives and we flip them, we put our own spin on them. And the first narrative or point that we like to speak on is going to be, what's up with the government shutdown, Swo?
To put it in layman's terms, with the government shutdown right now, the House is trying to eliminate health care for millions of Americans right now. And with that, the Democrats are at a standstill. And before I get into this is not me representing the Democrats or Republicans. I'm just breaking down what's going on. They are essentially trying to spin it as the Republicans are saying that the Democrats are trying to keep this so that illegal aliens and immigrants can receive health benefits over Americans. But when the bottom line is that if you're an illegal, you cannot receive health benefits regardless. And at the end of the day, too, when you're talking about taking away health care from millions of Americans, that includes the elderly, vets, and disabled. All of these things coincide, and then eventually, if they do not find an agreement, that could potentially affect Section 8, welfare, food stamps. It's very vital to understand just what's going on in the world. And part of the reason why I feel like we as black people are still lost in the sauce is because we don't pay enough attention to what's going on in the world. Whether it applies to us or not, you should just always be aware of your surroundings. You feel me? That's a rule number 1 that you learned as a kid. So, for me, I just really just don't. I really just don't understand why people aren't taking it, I feel, as seriously as it needs to be. Now, I know that you mentioned it in that it could be a fear-mongering tactic to what they're really trying to portray, and I'll let you get into that when you start speaking. But we should care because, for one, I feel like the main reason that we should care is because we should be upset that we even have to depend, at least I'm speaking to my people, the black people, that we even have to depend and rely on the government for anything. You feel me? Like, we shouldn't have to be stressed out about putting food on the table, about being able to get to the hospital, and about being able to take care of our community and our people, bro. And this should be the wake-up call that we definitely need to get on that board to start getting. Fuck reparations. We're never going to get them. We need to start going and building our own, taking our own shit, and preparing and binding together, because a civil war is getting ready to brew, in my opinion. And that's just why I think it's just so important to really know what's going on in the House and what they're trying to do. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the last time the government shut down was on Trump's last presidency in 2019. So more so too, I'm frustrated is that this is what everybody wanted. You got representatives that voted for Trump that's up there begging him to stop doing what he's doing. People are literally coming out saying, I'm sorry that I voted for Trump, that I did this.
I believe with the government shutdown thing, I do feel like it's fear mongering. I feel like it's a matter of if the government. I remember it was a while ago, like when they said the government was shutting down. The first time I ever heard that, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean? I mean, when you just hear, just say that out loud. Government shutdown. Like, that alone just sounds intense. Like, what the fuck you mean the government about to shut down? And so, I say that to say, like, and I don't remember the first time I ever saw that term, but I was a lot younger. I want to say it was probably like during Obama.
Recession.
Yeah, that was during Obama. Yeah, exactly. So it was like, during that time, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? So anyways, when I kind of realized that the government had shut down, but my daily life didn't change, I'm like, okay, so it's not that big of a deal. So that's kind of like where I'm going with it. Like, as far as like healthcare and government benefits and stuff like that, I understand that a lot of elderly people period, that don't have, like a high level of income being generated or whatever the case may be, middle class, as people like to say. I don't believe in middle class personally. I don't think middle class exists.
Well, he's definitely, if it ever did, it's gone now. You either rich or you poor.
But that's what I mean. My reason for saying that is because the reason why I don't think middle class exists is because I think in life, in society, you're either rich or you're poor. I think it just starts to get way too like technical and way too like, it just starts to get way too technical when you start to be like, well, I'm not poor, but I'm not rich, but I'm not that rich, but I'm not really poor. Like, nigga, you either rich or you poor. Like, and I just feel like middle class was like this forced ideology, like this forced level of classism to make poor people feel better about being poor. That's what I really feel like middle class is. You're really just poor, or what? And when people think poor, they think about having tore up clothes, living under a bridge. That's not what I mean. Living paycheck to paycheck is considered poor, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're poor. Do you have a roof over your head? Yes. Do you have a vehicle to drive? A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. But for people who have a vehicle to drive, you got a roof over your head. You got all your basic essentials. But you don't have money to barely have any type of capital to do anything else with. You're poor. By society's financial gauge, you're poor. And so middle class American people have to get out of the idea of, can we just reestablish the middle class, and can we just establish the middle class, and can we just make sure that the middle class is taken care of? We're not asking for much. People do not understand and see that we live in a society where they don't want a middle class. They never wanted one in the first place. It's either you have or you don't. It's the haves and it's the have-nots. Simple as that. And so with the government shutdown thing, I think it really just goes into a thing where it's a lot of stuff that's taking place, kind of, but not taking place. But to a lot of people, it doesn't really affect, because your financial situation is gonna be the fucking same.
Whether you're rich or you're poor. If you rich, you still gonna be rich. If you poor, you still gonna be poor. I just and why I call it fear mongering is because they keep kind of trying to program into people that there's gonna be such this drastic, significant, overly crazy change that's gonna happen to the daily lives of people who are considered middle class. Like their life is not gonna change that substantially. Even back in the recession days, what we were just talking about, the recession, it made a difference, but it didn't cause just this. People didn't like lose their entire livelihoods behind it, or so I'm just saying, like, they take these words and they take these concepts and these terms, government shutdown, the recession, they take these heavy fear installing terms that sound serious, and that may have a little bit degree of seriousness to them. I'm not trying to sit here and just completely just downplay the severity, or if there is any severity, but I don't think that it's not to the level to where people is receiving it from the media from. That's pretty much like.
And I can respect that, and you know, and I can understand it because in history, see more times than not, they do find a solution, but it only really does get detrimental if they don't, though. And a lot of people are fed up with the whole government right now, just in general. So
people been fed up with the government for centuries. Yeah,
but right now, I feel like it's reaching its. In my personal opinion, I feel like it's reaching a peak. You know what I'm saying? And for real, you know, it's just our. It's just our.
If it reach real quick, if it reach a peak, all Trump gonna do is activate martial law. The Civil War you've mentioned several times. If a Civil War do pop off, martial law. Now can't nobody come outside. It's gonna be COVID days all over again, but it's gonna be even more crazy. Cause COVID, you still could go outside, you still could do shit, you still can move around. They was just saying you shouldn't go outside. Martial law is the fucking military is outside in every apartment complex, every neighborhood.
Well, we finna see how these YN switches really work.
Come on, man.
We about to see.
Come on. Y'all motherfuckers want to shoot them up so bad. Take your bitch ass to the army then. Go stand on business and step on the motherfucking the National Guard, nigga. Who gonna be outside with a gun this big talking about get your bitch ass back inside, nigga. You can't be outside after 6 o'clock. Martial law. You know what I'm saying? But niggas, you know what I'm saying? But let's you got anything else?
No. You know, in that point too, we finna wrap it up. You know, in that point too is more so just really just I felt like we just needed to bring it up. Just whether we feel for it, don't feel for it, it's just this platform is always just designed to enlighten and reach the people that may not know really what's going on. So always too, don't just take what we say. Part of education is going and doing your own research to form your own theory and your own knowledge. You feel me? That's just really it, man. We just here to put the people on to what the fuck is really going on in the world.
The next narrative we have on Flip the Table is what is the women in the black community and black culture, what is their obsession, and I have to call it an obsession, what is their obsession with projecting homosexuality onto black men? I want to just jump on this one real quick.
Go ahead, hop in there.
I think it is very, very sad, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Everybody knows I'm an animated person and I'm a loquacious person, as Stephen A. Smith would say, but I mean this very seriously. I think it is very, very sad that a black man, a black American man more specifically, cannot have any type of adverse constructive criticism at all about black women without having his sexuality attacked. I think that is extremely sad. I think that is by design. I think that the powers at be have done an astounding job of programming black women to not even want to listen to what a black man has to say without, again, attacking his sexuality. Now, mind you, are there a lot of sassy ass, zesty niggas? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. I would be the first one to say it with them. But all I am trying to say is that just because a man has an opinion that's different or that a black woman doesn't agree with, that does not automatically mean that his sexuality should be in question. We talked about Kevin Samuels earlier. Every single thing that man said, oh, Kevin Samuels was gay. That nigga, he was gay. Kevin Samuels was gay as fuck. My take is on this. I've never seen what Kevin Samuels has done in his personal life, and neither have they.
He literally died in some coochie.
So I was just saying that I think it's extremely sad that black women automatically always attack a black man's, and I always have to reinforce why I always use black so much, and I emphasize black because I'm a black American man from Georgia. I'm from the state of Georgia, born and raised. My family, my lineage is all tied to Georgia. So I speak on the women of my fucking culture. That's why I always, because I get that a lot online. Like, it's always black women this, black women that. Well, those are the women of my culture because I'm black. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about Indian women for 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? I talk about women from my culture. So that's why I talk about black women. But again, that goes to the point that I'm making. So I just want to first just bring it to the forefront and at least have a intellectual dialogue about what is the obsession with black women doing this. Why anytime you make any kind of comment, you can say black women need to support each other more. You can make a very general, non-disrespectful, basic comment. Just like that. I think black women should support each other more. Just something simple.
Oh, they'll fuck around.
You sassy. You don't go get to a man then. God damn.
They be fucking around. They hit you with the men used to build houses. They used to be like, men used to change tires. Or I seen a joint where it's like, I wouldn't even say so much even just calling niggas gay, it's just the emasculation. Yeah. I seen a woman be like, she tweeted something like, yeah, I would look at a man funny if he got another man to change his tire. And I had to quote tweet that, and I said, sweetheart, this insurance got to pay for something.
Thank you.
I'm a man of
resources and money, and I have other shit to use I have other shit to use my energy for. I already have another job or a business. This is his job. This is what I pay for. So he gonna get his ass down there and change the fucking tire. How do you know? I don't know how to change it, but I just don't want to. Does that mean a man is sassy? If he's a multi-millionaire, he ain't gotta be no multi-millionaire. But you're just a man that has his funds in check enough and you have a yard. Does it make you sassy if you pay for landscaping? You see the dumb shit I'm talking about? But that's the thing.
Or I'm sassy because I got a male driver.
That's what I mean. I gotta have a female.
But I would argue though too, bro. Like I've always said this, and I've said this non-biasedly. You feel me? Because I love my black women, but I've always said they are more homophobic than black men. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna treat you differently because you're gay. I just don't have that same preference, and more times than not, even with it's just respect each other's boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
That is my exact point as well. As men, we have a level of maturity. You get around a dude and you see he on that type of time, you ain't gotta treat the nigga like he got COVID.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at at the same time, nigga, I ain't finna be sitting here chopping it up with you all day, all night. I ain't finna be sitting here talking to you about what kind of lip, what your favorite flavor lip gloss is to use, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to overly go out of my way to mistreat you. It's a boundary thing. You do that, you that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, black women have this thing where it's become their go-to insult. Anytime they ever hear something they don't like, anytime anything is said, again, constructive criticism. It doesn't even have to be an attack. You cannot, in modern time, as a black man, say anything constructive about black women without having your sexuality attacked. You're sassy. You're gay. You should just go be with men. I'm telling you, it's the same handful of insults that are hurled on social media. I've had them hurled to me. I've seen them do it to thousands of other dudes in comments, and they all be black men. The reason why we use black so much is because I don't see white women treating their men like that. Mm-hmm. That's why we have to make it a color thing, a race thing, a ethnic thing. Because I don't see white women treating their men.
And white men is the dirtiest dogs.
Hell yeah.
And you don't never see that type of...
They don't treat their... Now, I have seen white women... You know how you'll watch a movie or something like that, and you'll see white women say, I think he might be gay or something. I'm not saying they don't call their men gay, but what I am saying is they don't automatically attack their men's sexuality just because they're men from their culture or their community says something that they don't like. That doesn't automatically translate to them being gay. They may be like, oh, he's a fucking dick. He's a fucking douchebag. You know what I'm saying? They'll say some shit like that, but it's not gonna immediately equivalent to them being gay. That's my issue. I don't see it happen in the Hispanic community. If a Hispanic dude say something about a Hispanic woman, they don't automatically. I don't see Asians. There's not another African, even Africans. I've never, Caribbean people from the islands, I've never seen any other culture be so ready, chomping at the fucking bit to attack their men. It's only us. And I'm just trying to have the conversation and ask, why are women so obsessed with trying to project being gay, homosexuality onto men, onto black men? Where is that? Who's putting the battery in their backs? Who's orchestrating this? Where did this programming come from? It's literally programming. It's like they do it without even thinking about it. And my other point is to that lets me know that, as you said, they are the most homophobic. They actually really hate gay black men. They hate them. They'll let them do their hair, nails, talk to them about fucking celebrity gossip with them. But they really hate them niggas. And the reason how I know they hate them niggas is because that's why they're projecting it onto the men who are not gay, because they're trying to assimilate you and make you synonymous with something that they hate. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I hate gay black men, so I'm going to project the hate that I have for gay black men onto a straight black man to make me feel better about my hate. And now I, as a man, have to sit here and I don't say when I see that shit, bro, I never respond because for one, it goes back to elementary school where they always tell you, if somebody call you something and you're not there, why are you getting upset? Remember you always just hear that in school? Somebody say something like make a mama joke. What they used to tell you, your mama so this, your mama so that. What's your mama tell you? Well, I ain't retarded. Yeah. I ain't fat. You know what I'm saying?
So why you let that bother you?
Why do you let? So if I'm not that, you shouldn't get upset about it. It's the same concept. I know it's very elementary,
And like I said too, this is all rooted in to the white man's working of the dismantling of the black family and getting the black man out of the household and making them dependent on otherworldly things that has nothing to do with the black man.
And that's a good point too. They also use that a lot too as a talking point. Because there is no black father, most of you men just sassy and grew up with a single mom, and so now they're exploiting that. Now they're trying to use that as like some affirming talking point as to why men are sassy, or when they call you sassy, they want to audit that's like some sort, that's like a form of support to call you sassy. Because you had an opinion that they didn't like, now you got to be sassy just because you had an opinion. Oh yeah, and you grew up with a single mother. Oh, so you're really that most definitely makes you sassy. So now even that is being used as a card to play, if you will, to reinforce their projections. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to me, I just really want, and I'm imploring black women, specifically black American women, to do better. Every single time, black women have to learn as a collective to be able to take constructive criticism, to be able to hear something about yourself that you may not want to hear, but as long as it's coming from a place of love, it ain't even got to be coming from a place of love. You should be able to give your opinion as a man about anything. You should be able to give your opinion. Now, if you don't agree with it, if you're welcome to disagree with anything. You can disagree with anything. You can, I can, any black woman man can, any black man can. We all have the power to not agree with what's being said. But my issue is to automatically translate an opinion you don't agree with to someone's sexuality.
Right.
That's where I think the line should be drawn, and it's not being talked about enough, because it's something that happens anytime I'm in the comments, anytime I see any other dude in the comments. I don't know what type of soul searching. Why do black women, I guess my question is why do black women want to make black men gay so bad? What does that do for them? Like what, let's just say all the dudes who you're saying are sassy or zesty or whatever the case may be, let's just say hypothetically all of them are. Now what?
Well, because because women can also women are probably the most dangerous. Like, they could get so sinister and so cynical. Like, and there's two things that a woman can say to a man that could really break a weak man's spirit. Mm-hmm. You're gay, or that you have a little dick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those two things. So when they say that to you, they're really trying to that's like their last resort, because they know that is going to get you there, or get the reaction to the average man that's going to get you out, get your reaction, going to make you feel ashamed. Those are the triggers. They want to trigger you the way that they feel that you triggered them. So that, I feel like, and that's the way and I feel like that's why they go that route so often and unintentionally, without even really, because half of them don't even mean it.
But who told them that was a trigger? Did we tell them that as black men that, okay, if you get mad at me and you don't know what else to say, just say my dick little, or just say I'm gay?
Yeah, they've had to get that satisfaction from reactions of
them that? Who told them to? Who? And it's more rhetorical, unless you. I'm asking more rhetorically, but if you have an idea, please do. Yeah. But I'm just asking, who told black women that those two things were the triggers? Now, the little dick thing, that's just male in just the male community, any race. Mm-hmm. A white man, you tell them, women tell white men they got little dicks and joke with their friends. That's universal. But the gay thing, that's strictly attached to our community, because no other women and no other culture does that to their men. That's what I'm saying. Like, who told black women that was a trigger for us? You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't fuck with Tyler Perry. Fuck Tyler, bro. I swear to God, bro, I fucking hate Tyler Perry, bro. That nigga is fucking poison, bro. Every single one of his fucking films is always, if you ever notice in a Tyler Perry movie, anytime a black man is portrayed, a straight black man is portrayed in any of his films, what he doing? Beating his wife, on drugs, can't take care of his kids, stealing something.
Or DL, if you watch Beauty in Black.
Yeah, I ain't seen that. But it's always some bullshit ass, fucked up little twist.
A nigga could never just be upstanding.
Not no straight. You can't never just have a straight, honorable nigga. Like I don't fuck with him for that. Because he's sitting here making millions off that perception. Things like that, I feel like, is what gives black women the permission to come to us with shit like that. It's niggas like him. It's content like his. And I'm not just pointing at Tyler Perry and saying it's him. Tyler Perry's to blame for all of this. No, I'm not saying that. But niggas like him, film, movies, content, things like that, who can reach, who black people pay attention to, things like that do play a strong factor into that, because people have to have a visuals help. When you see.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got to close it out.
All right. Yeah. When you see black men working out, doing physical things, I'm so tired of getting on social media and seeing big grown ass niggas with big ass beards like ours and wigs on. Niggas have big ass beards and a wig and some big ass eyelashes. Like, this is why those things, because they're being planted over and over and over on our timelines. So black women gotta do better. We sick of hearing this shit. If you wanna go be with a gay nigga that bad, just go be with one, but stop trying to put that shit on niggas just because a nigga say something about your wig or something like that.
Last bite, man. Charlie Kirk on off the table. Interrelationships, no swirling. Expensive dinner on the first date, nigga, don't do it. Women getting pregnant by rapper athletes. Hey, you niggas gotta tighten up. Women, salute to you, cause they gain respect, y'all getting y'all motherfucking generational wealth. Nigga gonna be dumb, exploit him. Fuck it. Then on flip the table, pay attention to what's going on in the world, man. Just be mindful. As black people, let's stick together. And secondly, women, please stop calling black men gay that's not gay. They don't deserve that. We don't deserve that. We need each other. All right?
Yeah, the last bite for me is just Charlie Kirk situation. Y'all do y'all research. For real, stop taking women out on these fucking, stop taking motherfuckers to Little Alley Steak on the first night and they gonna eat. You gonna spend $80 on some food and they gonna go home and you gonna get a real drunk and she gonna go home and fuck her boyfriend. Y'all stop calling niggas gay that's not gay. Y'all gotta stop with that shit. Stop projecting. Go find yourself. And at the end of the day, do y'all fucking research, man. That's all I can say.
Shit.